Hello everybody, this is Dedra with Paper Crafts and Planners, and I have my quarter 2 set up here. I have my full focus planner and my business binder, and we'll go through them just briefly. This full focus planner, full focus by the way, is quarterly if you haven't heard of them before. This is my third one in a row of this quarterly planner, and I really am loving it. Since they added the coils and they put the monthly back into them, I'm enjoying it. And so I'll show you kind of how I've set it up, but I have a really in-depth setup video or walkthrough video, and I will link to that below, that I did when I received my first one when I got back into using the system. This is one of the new colors. The Tuesday before the quarter started, this quarter, they came out with a bunch of new colors and new designs as far as the look of them, not the insides of them. So I picked out this one. It is not coming through as beautiful as it is because it's a deep eggplant color, and it's just really beautiful. And then it has gold lettering and a gold coil. And look at the inside. This time I ordered 4 of the notebooks. They come in a 4-pack, and they fit in the back of the planner. I don't know why it's not inside, in this little gusseted pocket. So this one right here, what I'm doing with it, is this the right one? Yes. This is my brain dump, jot down things as I think of them, and it stays with the planner, and then, or I might carry it into the living room if I need to do a brain dump, whatever I'm doing. And I have 4 of them per quarter. There was a little glitch with the planner. I didn't get it. It was like 2 days before the quarter started, and I contacted them and said, I don't have it yet. And she said they all went out that Tuesday when the new launch, and everybody that ordered, they went out. So they overnighted one to me because I didn't have it, and they sent me 4 more notebooks. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do with the other 4 notebooks, but I'm excited about them. Okay, again, I'm not going to go in depth because I have already done that, but I've set up my goals for the quarter. I have 4 this time. One of them's more of a project, but I decided to split it out as a goal because it is. We have my daughter, her husband, and their 4 children are moving back to Texas from Washington State. I have not seen them because of COVID in a year and a half, over a year and a half actually. So I'm super excited. But they're going to be staying with us for a while until they get moved into their own home. So that is one of my big, creating a warm, comfortable place for my grandchildren and my daughter and her husband, just to kind of de-stress, have a soft place to land, take their time, breathe a little bit, that kind of thing. And that is really a big goal. As we were cleaning out places in our house, because you have to fit 6 extra people, it's going to be crowded. We raised 4 children, so it's a good size house, but not that big. So half of my craft room I'm giving over, my workroom I'm giving over to my granddaughter, but I'm gaining a granddaughter living here, so I'm okay with that. But as we were cleaning out, I said to my children, your dad and I are kind of hoarders. And none of them were surprised, which is really rude. But anyway, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised either by all the stuff we had to throw away. I have a birthday coming up, and everybody's, what do you want for your birthday? And I said, listen, don't give me any more clutter. Do not give me any more clutter. This was embarrassing, getting rid of some of the stuff we should have gotten rid of years and years ago. I hope I'm not the only one that feels that way. So I'm using 4 of the pages, but there are a bunch. You can map out your goals for the entire year. I generally don't do more than 3 a quarter, but this year I have 4. This quarter I have 4. Here is the monthly. The 3 monthlies will be together. So here are the things I want to accomplish in April that move me towards my goals for the quarter, that move me towards the vision of what I want my life to look like. That is very 12-week year. If you've never read that book, it is an awesome book, and I will link below to, Amazon. I think that's where I purchased it. Also, you can get it in Audible form. I took a lot of notes, so I have it in both. I have it Kindle and Audible, and I go back and forth anyway when I need a refresher. Also, David Allen's Getting Things Done is a good book. I do a modified version of that. I used to be really kind of strict about it, but I really modified it to fit me by this point. So here's May and June. So the 3 months are together. Then this is your rolling quarters, which I haven't set up yet. So you can either do January, February, March, or you could start with this quarter and move forward. But the idea is here's a place you can glance for your appointments and important dates. And I usually use it for when my taxes are due, when, birthdays, anniversaries, dentist appointment, that kind of thing. I can kind of glance there. And it is like a keeping track in the future, since this is a quarterly planner. I can keep track of what's upcoming by jotting it there. These are the daily rituals. I have them in pencil. A lot of things are going to change in my life when we add those people to our household. And I don't know, some things will just be different. So I wrote a lot in pencil, partly because I have notoriously bad handwriting and I like to take my time writing things. And I was hurriedly setting this up. I've struggled with my daily rituals. There is a podcast that goes with this system, and it's called Focus on This. And their last podcast I listened to talked about making sure your daily rituals fall in line of your vision of what you want your life to look like. And that was just a great aha moment for me. I hadn't thought of it that way. It was just kind of get through the day rituals, right? And that's really not what they should be. So these may evolve and change, and I'll let you know when I do a monthly check-in. This is my ideal week. Again, it's in pencil. This will work for me for April, but in May, when we have the extra people here, I may not be able to film on Mondays. It may just not work with everybody else's schedule or when my granddaughter is in the room. Probably Monday's fine because of school, but we will have some changes. And so this is going to look good for April, but I may have to adjust completely. I'm okay with that. It's going to all work out. Let's see. These are some projects. These are my top 3, and I've already accomplished one. I need to go back and do some detail painting and then finish the big closet clean out. Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. Anyway, but I've already done one of these, so I'm pretty happy. There's nothing written on these because the quarter started on a Thursday. So that's how I did it. I just left those blank rather than starting it. You can do it either way. You could start it the last few days of the month, however you want to do it. But look how great I start off with a new planner. Let's see how that goes moving forward. So this was not as time bound because it was a day at home working. So I didn't have to be as time bound with that. Oh, and I actually accomplished this one too. And this is today, and I'm working through it, and I've already been to Pilates. So yay me. One of the big 3 was to work out 3 times, and I do that by I have a personal trainer one day, which I know sounds very like I'm rich. I'm not. It's part of the gym service. So I have a personal trainer one day, and then I have I take a really intense class, a HIIT class, and then I take a Pilates class. And I figure that's full body 3 days a week at 57, almost 57. That's good enough for me. Then there's the weekly review and set up my big 3 for the next time. Okay, so that's how this planner's working for me. And the notebooks. This one is going to be a list notebook, at least one of these. I probably will need more room for a brain dump per quarter, so I'm happy to have the extra notebooks for that. But one of these is going to be lists. I had a friend challenge me to come up with the good things that happened in 2020, and there were some. There definitely were some. And so I might add those in here to start. But I want to have my good things of 2021, and I already have some jotted down someplace else, so I'm going to carry them over. I want to read 21 fiction books. I read nonfiction or listen to them on Audible in the car all the time. Fiction is a little harder for me for some reason as I'm getting older. So I want to do 21. I've only done 3 so far, so I'm a little far behind. I need to catch up. Of my 21 good things, I want to jot down the cute things, the memorable things my grandchildren say, because I've forgotten so much from when the older 2 were younger. So I definitely want to keep track of that while they're living here, at least. Keep a running total of those. And there'll be other lists. So I'm going to come up, this is going to be my list notebook, and I'll share it with you later if it's not too personal. I'll share most of my lists with you. Okay, so this is my business binder. It's a little different. I do have my goals in the front just because I like to see those as often as I can. But here I have my 2 business things that I want to accomplish, my main ones in April. And then I'm keeping track of my YouTube videos, and this is just when my taxes are due for my sales tax. So I've kind of split these goals out a bit. I want to keep track of my profits a little more closely. I'm not very good about that. And Etsy changes their pricing. PayPal changes things. this last year, shipping went up. USPS didn't raise their postage stamp, but they raised their shipping cost. And so that cut into profits quite a bit. And I just need to keep a closer eye on that than I have been. Okay, so I've got 3 months in here, quarterly again. I have an inbox. In this planner, the inbox is not about a brain dump or keeping track of tasks. It is about jotting down ideas I have for videos, ideas I have for to put in my newsletter, maybe products I want to put in my Etsy shop. That's what goes in here, are just ideas for my business. This waiting on, I've primarily been using it since I work alone. I'm not waiting on other people very often, but I've primarily been using it on when I've ordered supplies and I'm waiting for them to come in, and making sure I keep track of who I ordered from, how much it cost, and did it come in a timely manner. There are some places that I don't do business with anymore just because I couldn't get the product to me quickly, or at least when they promised. 2020 is different, but overall. This business section is, I have my tax ID information, all of my, when I file my taxes, I print the stuff here. I keep track of a little bit of expenses, that kind of thing. This is what's nice about this Big Happy Planner size. I have the punch for this size, and it's 8.5 by 11. So anything I print offline, most things are going to fit right in here, and I can just punch them myself and print them myself. So I really like that. And when I'm done, when I run out of these monthlies, which I will, they no longer make this style. So I will just go to a different Etsy shop, somebody with printables, which is not something I do, and print them off myself and put them in here. So that'll be easy enough, 8.5 by 11, just so easy to work with. And I love this really sturdy cover. I don't even know if they make these anymore. Happy Planner's changed a lot, and they're just not doing as many things as they used to, or making the styles that I used to like. So anyway, this is my setup for the second quarter of 2021. I'm really excited to get started. It's starting off really well. I will check in with you monthly and let you know how it's going. I hope that you've got a system in place. If you don't, I've got links so you can check out the system I'm using and the productivity books that I enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and happy planning.